What's going on, everybody? Gentleman94 here. Welcome back to 3GB Solo Play. We are working our way through Demon Souls. This is the Tower of Latria World 3-1. And if you guys remember from last episode, we had completed the previous level. We had moved into the Tower of Latria, and we are actually currently at the lowest point of the tower. This is right where we are going to start getting some interesting drops, and we're going to be approaching the boss. So in this episode, we're hopefully going to kill the false idol and move on from there. So let's see here. Yeah, we haven't had an episode in a while, have we? Sorry about that, guys. It's been kind of hectic here. You know, Dark Souls 2 has been out now, and I'm kind of getting ready for Dark Souls 2. I kind of put Demon Souls on hold for a little bit and started kind of looking back at Dark Souls 1 and enjoying that game for what I could of it anyway. And then, of course, Dark Souls 2 has been out, so I've been playing Dark Souls 2, and it's been a lot of fun. But I decided to jump back on to Demon Souls and push on from here. So this is the, I guess you could call it the Bridge of Death, because down there is an auto crossbow ballista type statue that rapidly shoots crossbow bolts, and you cannot block them with your shield, so don't bother trying. I mean, you can, but it drains your stamina so fast that you'll end up dying before you know it. So, if I were you, I'd stay away from it. Instead, though, you can go a couple different directions, and you could get some loot, which is always a good thing to have here in any Souls game. And the first little bit of loot here is going to be this right here. And this is a Stone of Ephemeral Eye. And that's going to be what we use to become human again, if we're in body format. Like I said, though, we're not really going to do anything with humans here in this game. I don't even know if these servers are really going to be up for very much longer. And yeah, you never know. So we're going to move on from here actually to get a sword. Now, I had a lot of different builds on this game. And one of the builds I had was referred to as a fatal build. And the fatal build utilized the S-stock made with certain stone to create fatal weapons, which increased your backstab and your riposte damage. So I enjoyed thrusting weapons like the S-stock and the rapier and mailbreaker, stuff like that. What we're going to get here is actually a weapon that I did use for a while on that particular character. This is going to be a rapier, and it's going to be a mercury rapier, and it's going to be +1. So that is a great alternative to people who want to use a thrusting type, stabbing weapon. And plus mercury allows it to actually be able to poison your target. Now, +1, I don't know how much poison that really does at +1, because I didn't really use a lot of poison weapons, to be honest. But I do remember using this a few times because it's a decent weapon, and plus has an added advantage of being able to be used while blocking. Like any other thrusting weapon, you can use it behind a shield. So you can just kind of whittle away your enemy, as long as you have enough stamina, mind you. And you can just keep on poking at them, and eventually either they go down or you run out of stamina and they kill you. Either way, it was a decent idea. This is the Arrow of Death over there. I'll show you how to turn that off, and we'll get that loot in a little bit. But first, we're going to have to go kind of backtrack a little bit here. In the next level of the Tower of Latria, so in level 3-2, we are actually going to be able to get a key. And the key is going to let us open up a few of these doors up here. And I'll show you one of the doors that we'll be able to open up once we get that key. It's all the way up here through this side entrance. Word of the wise, though, you can only get the key in pure white tendency. So this door here, we can unlock this door and get in there, but only if we are in pure white tendency in World 3-2. Because if you're anything but that, the bridge that will be there to allow you to get the key won't be there. It'll be gone. So you're going to have to make sure you're in pure white. So it's a good way to do that is to, after you beat the boss here in the Tower of Latria at World 3-1, go back to the Nexus, repair your weapons, do anything you need to do, go directly in to World 3-2, get the key, and then get out of there. Well, I guess you could push through and beat the level that way too, but I would go ahead and get out, and I would go back here, and I would lock those doors. Plus, if you're a magic user, you'll want to do this too, because you'll actually unlock a guy by the name of Frake. And I believe it's Frake anyway. Frake has magic and allows you to learn magic spells by trading in boss souls. So if you're a magic user, it's a good idea to unlock this guy as quickly as possible to unlock some of the stronger spells. I mean, if you're a magic user or a faith user like I am here, you do have access to trainers for faith and for magic, but they don't have the high-level spells or miracles, so you want to unlock those trainers as quick as you can. For me, it's going to be Saint Urbane, and that guy is going to be in World 4-2, but I'll show you that later when we actually get to it. So you might hear kind of in the background a guy kind of growling and yelling out, "Help me, please." That guy is a blue phantom that's trapped in a couple levels below us in a cell. And if you unlock him with the key that you pull out of World 3-2, he will actually give you, I think he gives you some items. If you kill him, he gives you a magic pole of some sort. I forget exactly what it was called, but it's good for magic users, and it has it's an interesting weapon. I never really used it much, but he gives you a couple of things, and it is one of the weapons for the trophy for having all rare weapons here on PS3. So we're going to use the Warden's Key here and push through this area. Now this is where we start getting some of these tentacle guys again. We haven't seen these guys in a little bit. Not since the last area of the stage. These guys suck. I really, really don't like these guys. So we're going to hide here and hope they won't see us. But if they do, we'll have to hit them quick. So yeah, he stops right there, turns around. Alright, let's go backstab him here. There we go. Yeah, shove that halberd right through his spine. And one more hit, dead. Now there will be another one right there, as you can see here. So we're going to wait for him to kind of turn around, and we'll try to backstab him as well. Come on. There you go. Cool, let's get that backstab this guy. Yes. They've made the backstabs a lot harder to do in Dark Souls 2, and Dark Souls 1 they're a little harder to do as well. I kind of missed backstabs, to be honest. I don't like the new animations they have for backstabs. It feels kind of clunky to me. In Dark Souls 2, that is. Down here, we're going to grab this item here along the railing. It's a good idea to collect as much as you can here, because souls and healing items and items that help, reduce status effects, they're always good to have. And both of these corridors lead to the exact same place, so don't worry too much about which one to unlock first. I typically go for the one on the right, just because that's what I'm used to going. It's the way I'm used to going. So, run back all the other way here, and we're going to use this door right here, open this door, and move on to the Bridge of Death. That's what we've always called it anyway. So down the stairs, there's actually an item across the way over there that we could get. You can see it kind of glowing right there. But I'd have to go all the way around, and I don't really feel like doing that right now. I might come back for it later on when I come back in from 3-2, once I have the key. Might grab it then. I think it's a stone, if I'm not mistaken. But I could be wrong. It's been a long time since I played this game. So through this fog gate, we're going to open up to the bridge. And to our right is going to be the ballista, and to our left is going to be the boss. Before we do any of that, we're going to go across the way and up these large set of spiral stairs. We're going to actually have to do something to allow us to be able to even beat this level. And if you didn't know about this going in, trust me, you are rudely surprised when you just can't kill the boss. So let me go ahead and show you guys where to do this at here. Now the boss we're going to fight is, I think it's called the False Idol, and it's a very strange boss, but it summons multiple versions of itself. So in order for you to kill that boss, you have to kill this guy up here. And this guy up here will actually, I believe he either heals or he keeps her alive somehow. There's an item down there on the floor which we will get later, not right now though. But I think he either heals him or he keeps him alive or something. So we have to actually take care of this guy in here. Open this door, and to our left is going to be the boss room. Way down there, that's where you fight the boss. Now, he won't be there, of course, but if we go up to this guy here, he's going to tell us that, oh, he's just a simple servant. He wouldn't possibly do anything to hurt you. Yeah, well, we'll see about that. Let's grab this key off the wall here for the Prison of Hope special key. And this guy, of course. Yeah, humble servant. Sure you are, buddy. Yeah, you're not going to interfere. Well, I'll make sure you definitely don't interfere, and we're going to kill him. So notice that orb on the ground has disappeared. That was linked to the boss, and now that that is gone, we can go ahead and kill the boss. Across the way, we have a catalyst that we can get if you're a magic user. I think it's the silver catalyst. But yeah, we're not really a magic user, so I'm not worried too much about that. We might come back for it later on, maybe do it off camera, because it's really just a matter of running up the other spiral staircase. So I don't want to waste too much time about that. So at the very end of this hallway, we're going to go back down those long set of spiral stairs. And then we're going to go ahead and I'll show you how to turn off that crossbow ballista area. And while we're waiting, I'll talk a little bit about Dark Souls 2. I've been playing it now for a good chunk of hours, made a couple characters, and I'm really enjoying the game. Dark Souls 2 reminds me a lot of this game, a lot of Demon Souls. Not only in the level design, but in the expansive feeling that the game gives you. Also in the summoning ability, you are actually on a server, as opposed to Dark Souls 1, which was on a peer-to-peer basis. So this is a lot better for us co-op guys. You can actually summon your friends. They actually have items in the game to help you summon your friends. I've gotten into a few games with my fellow 3GBer MJM. He and I have gotten into a few scrapes here along the way. And yeah, it's been a lot of fun. So I recommend if you guys are a fan of Souls series, go check out Dark Souls 2. It's a good game. So as you can see, that it was the ballista. We have all of the items on the bridge. Now, up this direction, we're going to meet our very first Black Phantom. And it's one that automatically spawns. So it's not an invasion or anything like that. It's just a Black Phantom who's just inherently in the level. And once she pops in, you'll notice that she's actually wearing a thief set. So she's an assassin. And she's wielding something called the baby's, I think it's baby's knife, baby's tooth, something like that, and a crossbow. Baby's nail, that's what it is. She's wielding the baby's nail. And what it does is actually can disease you very quickly. So it's a great weapon to have as a fallback, but I wouldn't recommend it as your main weapon. I just wouldn't. So I'm not sure if I don't think I can parry her. Well, I think you can parry her, but I'm not very good at parrying in this game. Never really have been. A couple of my friends were much better at parrying than I was. My friend WTF Sendit, he was very good at parrying. He could parry almost anything. And he and I, along with MJM, we used to play this game constantly back in the day. So he got a lot of practice. The idea here is to kill the Phantom. And once you kill the Phantom, you're going to be given a black eye stone. And the black stone is going to be able to allow you to invade other people's worlds. And that's a very powerful stone if you plan on doing any PvP stuff. You know, it's just a good thing to have. Also, you can actually de-level yourself by dying in an area by natural causes. By rolling off a cliff or anything like that, you can actually de-level yourself. So if you need to be a certain level, you can be. By just invading another person's world and then going and killing yourself in the environment somewhere. It's kind of a good thing to have. So we've killed her. She's going to net us some souls, and she's going to leave us a couple of items. So let's go ahead and grab those souls. 1120. I'm going to bow to her as she was an honorable fight. And there we go. Ephemeral Eye, Black Stone, and a Moonlight Stone. So that's cool. Now on to the boss. Let's go ahead and kill this boss here and move on to the next level. This is the, I think, False Idol or Fallen Idol or something like that. And she's actually going to be in through these big double doors. There's a couple of things you want to do before you even really go up to fight her, though, when you actually get into the room. And I'll show you that when we get there. Let's go ahead and heal up a little bit here. Let's doctor ourselves up a bit. Yeah, we're looking pretty good there. We actually can put on the silver bracelets to net ourselves some more souls, so that's a good idea to do there. They don't give us much defensive ability, but they do allow us to have extra souls. And since I'm a female character anyway, I will gain extra souls, just being the fact I'm a female. And the fact I got the silver bracelet on, I'll gain even more souls. If I want to go crazy, I could always get some sort of Ring of Avarice, which will give me even more souls on top of that. Or, if I'm a mage, I can use Soul Thirst, and I'll get even more souls. So if you're a female character, you can rack up tons and tons of souls. So here she is. I guess some sort of priestess. And the false idol. There she comes. Look at her now. She's got multiple arms here. She's got a book in one hand. It looks like a loaf of bread in one of her arms. I don't know why she has a loaf of bread. That looks like a loaf of bread, doesn't it? Or some sort of a giant log of some sort. Or a club. I don't really know what it is. So we're in the boss room. The Fool's Idol. That's what it is here. We want to kill these guys. Take them out. Because these guys will cause you trouble. And not because they can do much damage to you, but because you will accidentally target them when you're trying to target the boss. So I've gotten rid of most of those guys. I'm going to grab some of these items over here in case I die. And now we're going to go up and tackle the boss. She really doesn't do much of anything until you actually start attacking her. Once you start attacking her, she's going to then start summoning her friends. Let's go ahead and do a few attacks on her. Okay. I don't do a whole lot of damage, but I'll get a couple hits on her. Alright. But I should probably kill this guy. A little backstab action. Now she has cast a magic spell that produces these strange relics and ruins on the ground. See that green one off to the left side and right side right there? I'm going to actually hit one right there. Those are actually very bad because they will stun you. And if they stun you, yeah, you're going to be murdered. Because all of these guys are now spawning, and they're all going to shoot these, what I guess are soul rays. A magic spell called Soul Ray. And they're going to shoot at you. The only one you can do damage on is the one that fires the gigantic Soul Ray. And I think it's actually a different name for a different spell. But you can see the small one there. That's the false idol. The big one we just saw go by, that's her. Right there. Let's see. So I gotta wait for her to shoot again. Okay, that's the big one. Ah, stupid chairs. So we'll start hitting her a little bit. Get out. Oh, maybe one more. Yeah, another one. Ah, haha, cool. Break some of these chairs out of the way. Okay, so we hit these guys and they will start disappearing. And they will go through shields, so you want to make sure that you can heal up a little bit too. It looks like we're okay here. So she's way over on this side. So that's not her. See, that's... Ow. See what I mean? I should have taken those guys out before or anything. Okay, crap. Oh, crap. I gotta get out of here. Alright, let's heal up real quick here. Ooh. I gotta take her out. Where is she? Okay, she's over here. Oh, man. This is not... Oh, I can backstab. That would put me in the invincibility frame there. Backstab again. Oh, crap. Alright, let's get out of the way here. I really gotta heal. There we go. Okay, so somewhere she just appeared. We have to find out where she is. She just made those blue things show up on the ground again. There she is. Okay, so we need to go across the way that way here. Let's take care of this up here first, though. Let's hit her. And we can start damaging the ones that are the false idols. And we'll actually go ahead and we'll get them to kind of disappear. So, heal up real quick here. Notice behind that altar, there's the dead body. On the dead body, there is the baby's nail. So we actually want to grab that just in case we want to use it for anything. Ooh, that's close right there. So, we have to go down and kill her. So, we'll just do a serpentine motion. Get around here. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. Okay. Oh, no, I hit the same one twice. Oh, no. There we go. Oh, whew, close call. Let's heal up real quick here. Oh, man. Okay, she's almost dead. We'll probably get her here. If not here, then definitely the next time she spawns in. So I am full life. Let's go ahead and try it once more. Let's get her. Two-handed action. Oh, just one more hit. Is this her? Aha, it is. That's a bad spawn there, lady. Alright, the demon was destroyed. We have just completed World 3-1, the Tower of Latria. So, there's a trophy for the Fool's Idol, and we are good to go. We netted a nice chunk of souls, so we're getting up there in souls. That's awesome. We can start leveling up pretty soon here. And we're going to collect a couple of these drops here that we have. And it's a good idea to get that baby snail before you beat the boss. And the reason for that is because if you go up there after you've beaten the boss, you'll be taken to the next level. And so you'd have to go back and backtrack. Who wants to really backtrack that much? So it's a good idea to go ahead and to get that baby snail before you land the last blow on False Idol. So take him out. Yeah, that's about it. So we go up to the very front here, and we're going to see a little cinematic. And this is how we're going to get to the next level. Let's make sure that we've got everything straightened out here. I'm going to put back on. Let's see. Binding gloves, fluted gloves. Fluted gloves? Yeah, that works out right. So out up here, this is why we want to grab that baby snail before we beat the boss. Because otherwise you go up to get it, and you're greeted with this cinematic instead. And here come our rides to go ahead and get ourselves up to the next level. To the Tower of Latria, World 3-2. Not really sure why these gargoyles are here, but they are. They grab you, and you'd think they would just pick you up and drop you, but they carry you up there, which is kind of strange. I'm not entirely sure what they're doing. Maybe they're taking you up to their master or something, and you end up wiggling free or something. Maybe they just drop you here for no reason. I don't know. Okay, so it's very important that when you get back into control, do not walk backwards off that ledge, because it will kill you, and you will lose all your souls. So let's go ahead and go up here, and we're going to use the Archstone to go ahead and warp ourselves back to the Nexus. So we don't want to go in this area yet. We want to actually get out of here so that it will turn it to pure white. Because otherwise it's not pure white until after we leave. Then I think it's turned pure white. We can go back in and go get that key. And a little bit of loading time. Alright, we are back in the Nexus. So this is a good opportunity to go ahead and to kill ourselves, to go back into soul form, because I don't want to be invaded. Not that I'm sure that we wouldn't have that much invasions going on right here. But you know what? It's just kind of the way I used to play, so we're just going to keep going with that same idea. So run up here to the middle level here. We're just going to roll off and do ourselves in. There we go. So, speaking of Dark Souls again, when you die in Dark Souls 2, you actually go into a hollowed, undead, cursed form. But like this game, when you're in that form, your HP is reduced. With every subsequent death, your HP is reduced a little bit more, until basically you have, I think there's a certain cap that it stops at. But every time you die and you're in an undead form, you lose a little bit of life. And there is a ring, too, that's very similar to the Cling Ring that I found that you can actually put on that will help mitigate that. So they've actually combined a little bit of what made Demon Souls cool and a little bit of what made Dark Souls cool. So I'm really digging Dark Souls 2. It's a very fun game. Multiplayer is a lot easier to get into. Much like this game here, Demon Souls had great multiplayer. Dark Souls I didn't feel had that great multiplayer, actually, at least not the co-op. Had more about invasions and being jerks, because a lot of griefers in Dark Souls 1. So let's drop off a couple of items we don't need to lighten our load a little bit. As we see, we have some of the fluted, the black armor, the wizard set. So we'll probably drop most of these. I like keeping at least the silver bracelets and maybe one other armor set on myself, just in case I get into trouble where I have to switch out, from defense to gain more souls. So we don't need those on us here. There's our Mercury Rapier, +1. We drop the baby's nail. Let's also drop, let's see what else can we drop. Kite Shield. Yeah, we'll drop the Kite Shield. And we'll drop all of these stones, as these are pretty heavy. And let's also drop this, some of these souls here. Now, the souls don't actually weigh anything, so you don't have to drop them all, but I like dropping the bigger ones off, just because I don't use them accidentally. So that's going to do it for us, guys. I'm going to level up a little bit. So thank you so much, guys, for watching. Hope you enjoyed this look here at Latria World 3-1. We're going to come back next time, have to do a little bit of thinking, figure out where I want to go. But thank you so much, guys, for watching. Sorry it's taken me so long to get back on to Demon Souls. I know there's not a lot of you watching the series, but it's been a lot of fun for me playing through it and kind of reliving some of the old moments and memories of this game. So hopefully you guys are enjoying it, those of you who are watching it. And we will see you back here soon on the next 3GB Solo Play.